This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy to see if you could save when you bundle your home and auto policies. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
Forever Dog.
When your first choice is a big old bus,
you turn around and boom, you end up with a sloppy second. Oh, diva.
Are you ready?
I was born ready, except for the C-section.
What? How do you know that you were born out of a C-section?
Because my parents adopted me like 3 days before I was technically like born.
Your parents know your birth mother?
Yeah.
Do you?
No.
On purpose?
Legally.
And you never chose to seek her out?
No.
You don't have that urge at all?
No.
That's interesting.
I feel like because I know that I was like a one-night stand in Belize, baby. Like she went on vacation. She was like a 21-year-old. She was a party girl. She went on vacation to Belize, hooked up with a beautiful man, I'm assuming, because look at me. And then
because your face is symmetrical.
Gorge. And then she like, I guess because she was like from South Louisiana and like super Catholic, she couldn't have an abortion. So adoption was the option.
Wow.
Adoption was the option.
I'm sure that someone uses that. Adoption was the option.
No. Probably some like white woman in like middle America. Well, adoption was the only option. In vitro is very expensive.
You're ping-ponging between a lot of different reproductive conversations here.
Sorry.
You're shook from, we haven't even done the opening yet.
No, we haven't.
Are you ready for some sloppy seconds?
Here we come.
I'm Big Dipper.
And I'm Meatball.
And welcome to Sloppy Seconds with Big Dipper and Meatball. Okay, so, at the time that we are recording this, Alabama continues to be trash.
Continues.
I saw some picture on Twitter of the governor like signing that the law.
Oh God.
And like smiling, and then the caption was like, "We're making history because of our beliefs in Christian values," and you're just
so
like,
so gross.
It's truly psychotic.
I don't understand how in today's world this is even still like a thing that's. I guess because it's a bunch of old white men, or it's a bunch of old men. It doesn't matter.
Not even old, and they are all white.
Why? But like, why? Why? I just need to know why they're against abortion, and like with all the things that we know.
It's about systemic oppression. It's about young people, or not young people. It's about impoverished people who don't have access to private health care, who don't have the funds to leave the state. Any sort of like rich connected family who lives in Alabama.
Best for our country to just be like, look, if they don't want to have the kids, we're probably better off as a country for having fewer people.
Of course, but our country never does anything that's best for the country.
True.
Not that, I mean, we aren't a political podcast, but obviously we are like solid-minded people who find, appalling things appalling.
Yeah.
Like literally 2 days ago, when I first started reading about this in Alabama, I also got an offer to come perform in Alabama. And I was like, well, I'll come down there and take your money.
I'll take your money.
From a bunch of gay dudes. Yeah, it's psychotic. Like the fact that they can't ban assault rifles, but will ban an abortion.
We're just good on killing those abortions.
So you were in Nashville.
I twas in Nashville. At Play Nashville. It was a fun time.
Play is like such a fucking great club to play.
Iconic club.
Yeah.
It was so iconic. They really do take care of a gal too, in a way. Like they know how to run a professional drag show,
and you, as a professional drag queen, showed up.
Oh my God.
Showed up to the club.
No, here's the thing: is I thought I was so professional because I packed my suitcase 2 days before I was leaving.
Oh,
I had everything set and ready to go so that I could like lead my life and do stuff and not be up until 2 a.m. packing.
Right.
And so I do all of that. I get to Nashville. I get to the airport, and like surprisingly, my bag is way lighter than it normally is. It's normally right at 50 or like 52.
And then you just smile and go, please.
Or like I call them diva or do something, and they're like, oh, we'll waive the extra weight.
I purposely got a slightly smaller large bag just so I could stop dealing with overpacking it.
Well, the issue...
It's psycho. Like,
It's
Why
wild
do I
because
need
the
to take-
amount of things that I actually do have to take.
Right. Mine
I
is
need
merch.
that bigger bag. Like
Right.
I need my wigs to not get crushed, and it's cheaper than taking 2 bags.
When you show up somewhere and you're going to be there for 36 hours and you have a 50-pound bag, you're
know.
just like, what?
I know. I'm sure they think I'm crazy. Some places it's like I fly in and I turn around and I'm leaving the next day. It doesn't
Right.
make any sense.
Okay, so
I got to the hotel room. I open the thing. I start putting all my stuff out. I do what I normally do, which is I set up my makeup station, then lay out the clothes that I'm going to wear and like steam them, and then I fall asleep.
steam them.
Yeah.
They never look steamed, gal.
Because then I just throw them back in the bag. But so then that's when I noticed I didn't have pads, and that's when I like had a full meltdown. I was like, well, at least I brought enough pieces that if I do this number, then I can wear this dress and it'll cover the fact that I don't have pads. And then you were like, cut up a pillow. And then I was like,
No, I didn't. Did I say that?
maybe Michael did. Someone
Yeah.
told me to cut up a pillow, and then maybe you said.
I said don't wear pads. I said
and I was
just
like,
go out sloppy.
Well, and that's what everyone was saying. And I was like, there's absolutely no fucking way I'm going to walk out there in like leotards, like high French cut leotards.
Yeah, they do. They are a weird
They go
cut.
all the way up over my pads. Because you know what I hate is when a drag queen, all you queens pay attention. When you are wearing a leotard and your hip pads are the type that kind of shelf out.
Okay.
And it rides that shelf. I hate that look. I think it looks.
You're not a shelf gal?
I'm not a shelf guy. I like my pads to be smooth and rounded. You know my body.
Yeah.
Snatch.
Smooth and round. So
but
what'd
some
you
people-
do?
So I just took a bunch of towels, including the wet fucking bath mat.
Did you call for more towels? Oh, you weren't in
Thought
that.
didn't cross the mind. Thought
really?
didn't cross the mind to call for more towels. I just grabbed all the towels in that bathroom and placed them on my body in what looked like pads.
And how'd you look?
Lumpy, but I don't. If you were looking for it, you could see it. I still looked better than Silky Ganache. So that's that. And mine was
Well-
5 wet towels.
All you girls paying attention out there, if you travel and forget your pads.
A towel will work.
Okay, we're going to be right back with our guest. Do you want to improve your sleep? Well, listen up and get a Helix.
Whether you sleep on your side, your back, your stomach, Helix makes premium mattresses that are designed to fit your specific sleep style.
You know, now that it's spring, why not upgrade your sleep game and get a Helix mattress?
And you know what?
What?
I can guarantee you that they have a mattress for you with over 20 different styles and models for you to sleep on. I love sleep. I can't get enough of it.
And I love my Helix mattress. So ever since I got the big and tall, I know we go on and on about it, but it's a perfect fit for me. I haven't had a mattress before that I was able to select a model from, and I'm so happy I got to do that with Helix.
And I too have the big and tall model, and it's perfect for my big and tall body. I loved it so much, I got a second one from a guest room.
True.
Yes, baby. And the people are sleeping great in there when they eventually do sleep in there.
Best of all, Helix delivers right to your door with free shipping in the US, and you can get a 120-night sleep trial to make sure that it's right for you.
You also get peace of mind because Helix mattresses are backed by a limited lifetime warranty and have been recognized by experts at places like Forbes and Wired. And me. I am a sleep expert too.
Period. Go to helixsleep.com/sloppy to get up to 27% off site-wide during their Memorial Day sale.
That's helixsleep.com/sloppy and make sure you enter sloppy seconds after checkout so that they know that we sent you.
helixsleep.com/sloppy.
Get yourself a Helix.
Okay, something about me. I love shopping. If you love shopping too, you have to check out Rakuten.
And all you have to do is shop, 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 shop. And with Rakuten, you get cash back and rewards on almost everything you buy.
Exactly. Homeware, daily essentials, jeans. We're talking eBay, CVS, and even Levi's.
Ooh, so I can buy a vintage couch, tons of paper towels, and grab a new pair of jeans and still get cash back.
And that's not all. You can even stack those rewards on top of sales and coupons.
But Big Dipper, how does this magic work?
Well, I'll tell you. Rakuten is paid by partner stores to send them shoppers, and then Rakuten passes on some of that money to you, the member.
Rakuten is so real for that.
Plus, Rakuten has 17 million members who are already saving. Don't you want to become one of them?
Join for free at Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app and start saving money now.
That's Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app today. We all have days when we want to eat well, but just don't have the time or the energy to plan, shop, and cook.
That's exactly where Factor comes in. They deliver fully prepared meals designed by dietitians and crafted by chefs right to your door.
With Factor, you can stay on track with your nutrition goals, whether that's high protein, balanced meals, or overall wellness, without any extra effort.
The meals are fresh, never frozen, and ready in just 2 minutes, which makes it easy to fit into your routine.
You know, I love coming home after a long day and having a tasty and filling Factor meal. It's waiting for me, and I don't have to worry about shopping. It's quick and easy, and one less thing I need to think about when I get home.
You know, I'm feral for fish right now, and I always get my fix with Factor. I recently had their scampi-styled shrimp and salmon, and let me tell you, it did not disappoint.
So get Factor today and start enjoying delicious and nutritious meals.
Head to factormeals.com/sloppyseconds50 off and use code sloppyseconds50 off to get 50% off and free daily greens per box with new subscription only, while supplies last until September 27th, 26. See website for more details.
That's factormeals.com/sloppyseconds50, like the number, off. Sloppy Seconds 50 off.
Okay, so today's special guest is an old friend of mine, a new friend of yours.
Yeah.
A brilliant creative mind, an artist and designer. It's Brad Callahan.
Also known as BCALLA.
Sure.
Do people just like call you BCALLA to your face when they don't know your name?
Yeah. Especially in Brooklyn, because that was kind of like my drag name.
Oh, yeah.
All the queens would be like, "Oh, BCALLA's here." But
Did you start by like designing stuff for queens? Or
No, I mean, I went to school for fashion design, but then I was dating a guy who did a lot of like queer performance art, and I started making all of his.
performance.
Yeah,
art.
very that. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of like enemas and ketchup, and yeah.
It's
We've all
weird
seen
that
it.
Queer performance art also involves your anus so much of the time.
And so much fake blood.
So much fake blood. Yeah,
Jesus.
lights in the mouth. You know, the whole gag.
Laser pointers on your finger.
Oh yeah.
Shooting
Fully.
up your shot on stage.
I literally did that for Charlene. That was her. That was me.
I remember Charlene posting on the internet once. She was like, "Okay, I've done this 3 times. This will be my last time." It was like the gig is done. You know? Yeah. That's so interesting. Yeah. So Brad and I met. I was freshly. How long did you live in Brooklyn?
Oh, I lived 10 years. Almost.
Jesus.
Wow.
And you lived in New York for how long?
6 years.
Yeah.
How
And
did we not?
I was not into the gay scene then. And by that I mean I wasn't. I didn't know about like going out to Brooklyn and stuff. I was like at NYU. I was just like being
she was the Manhattan girl.
just there, just thinking that that's what life meant.
Yeah.
Before I found makeup.
I was only in New York I lived in Brooklyn for like 3 years and then I left. So it was quick.
So how did you guys meet?
Someone, my friend Ty, who has a really awesome brand called Intentionally Blank, who makes shoes. He was working at Soulstruck at the time, I think, and had worked with you on something.
Yeah.
But I was working on a music video and I had met Ty and I was asking him about styling and fashion. He was like, "Girl, I'm busy, but you should talk to Brad, who like makes really incredible shit that is, you know, aesthetically up your alley."
Well, and we're both Chicago girls.
Right, which came together later.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so, because you went to school in Chicago.
Yeah, and I mean, I had seen you perform, I think, at Shane's event.
Yes, in the basement.
Yeah.
That was like one of my first shows in Brooklyn.
So that's probably how we,
Yeah. And then you've made, I don't know, I probably have 20, if not more, like custom pieces in my BCALLA pieces in my.
That's when I first heard about you, was when I saw Mary Cherry and Horchata wearing a bunch of your stuff, and I was like, I gotta get into this. And then you were doing like, that's when you did the Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
VMA was like incredible. How many costumes did you make for that?
31.
Okay, so just for anyone listening, Miley, when she hosted the VMAs and launched that album, Miley Cyrus and Her Dead Pets, at the end of it, she did a big performance with all the drag queens, mostly from Drag Race. There were a few, like Cake Moss and a couple other LA girls who weren't Drag Race girls. Yeah. And how many was it?
31.
You did
30 all of them.
30 because one girl walked.
Who?
Name her. We'll bleep it if it's bad.
No, I can't remember who is now.
Oh, so it's not worth it.
Not worth it then.
Yeah, not worth it. It was one of the ones that wasn't one of the very popular ones.
Gina Gum.
But she was like, she didn't get enough airtime, so she walked, which is fair.
You know who got a lot of airtime?
Pork Chop.
And
Because she
Willem.
fell.
Yeah, she fell. I was going to say, like, you want to hear that?
She fell in the rehearsal, so they made it up to her by giving her a screen, like FaceTime.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
That is so funny. How was that?
It was crazy and really weird and really crazy.
Because I'm sure they gave you no time and no money.
Yeah, I mean, they did. It was okay, but it was also like, they had a month. I had a month to make 31.
Oh, wow. So one a day,
One
really?
a day, basically.
One day at a time, go.
Yeah, and then they like basically sent me the color story from Miley's ice cream cone. She had like sprinkles in her ice cream cone. I'm not even joking. They're like, this is the color story.
That is the amount of drugs she's on. That she's like, you know what? We need a wall of pictures. No, it's just sprinkles
So
today.
I was actually like really mad because, or really bummed because they gave me this whole briefing and then they didn't tell me until we're at the final dress rehearsal and they announced Miley Cyrus and Her Dead Pets. And I'm like, you guys didn't tell me that Dead Pets was the theme of this show? Like, could you imagine 31 drag queens and dead pets?
That would have been sprinkles colors too.
Yeah,
that
it
would have been
been
great.
so
But it was
good,
still
but-
iconic because I would think it was the first time that people had seen like mouths and eyes and faces like that on garments, like in and something that big.
But that is such a gag and like such a thing for like, I mean, you're new to LA. I mean, newish. And
Oh, we were just passed a note. As close to the mic as you can.
Well, get up in the gig,
I'm new to
girl.
this,
I was going to say, have you ever done a podcast before?
No, not one. No.
And I can
Really?
also make that adjustment for you so you don't feel so crazy.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah.
And then you could just go free. You know what I mean? Because something that I found being out here is like a lot of people will like call you on Tuesday and be like, we're doing this thing on Thursday. Can you handle it? And you're just like, okay, I guess. And a lot of times that's fun. And you're saying a month, obviously. But like they forget to give you some kind of pertinent information. And you're like, literally, I could have made everyone dead pets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that.
It really like kind of broke my heart a little. I'm not gonna lie. That part really like bummed me out.
But I remember watching it. I watched it at home and I was so like,
I was gagged.
I was so excited for you. I was like, that is so cool.
Yeah, it was fun. It was really, truly a dream come true. Like truly, truly a dream come true.
And then ever since then, it's just been an upward climb.
Yeah, it's been fucking tooth and nail, girl.
Tooth and nail.
And if you aren't, then you're not living in LA.
Wait, so okay, and so recently, you just did Lizzo at Coachella.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Did you do one weekend or both
Both
weekends?
weekends.
Both
Okay,
weekends.
both weekends.
Yeah.
And did you do her and the dancers, or
No,
just
just
her?
her.
Got
Just
it.
her.
That's
And
amazing.
What was the turn? How fast did you have to do those?
They gave me a good time. They gave me like 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Amazing.
It was a decent amount.
Those
You
are
know,
gorgeous.
I usually take about a 2-week lead time.
Yeah.
But then people always want things last minute.
Right.
So it's just
What
how
was
it
the
is.
what was the closest call that you've ever done, and who was it for? Name them.
Name them?
We decided recently
I
this is a
decided this is a
call-out
call-out
podcast.
podcast.
It's a call-out and receipts podcast.
That should be just a segment, like call out.
It is every week because you just talk shit about people.
Welcome to my show.
Geez, I don't. I mean, there's been a lot.
Yeah.
For sure. And there's been times when it hasn't worked as well, and you just have to eat it. You know.
damn.
But that's the name of the game.
Right. The Lizzo thing was cool. So the silver, they both sort of felt superhero-y. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like under the right context, most things you do could pivot quickly to become a superhero.
Yeah.
If someone were to draw it in a comic book, sort of
No.
flying through the air, you're like,
well,
I get it.
that's like the basis of my whole gig. Is my brother collected comic books when we were little, and it was all female fronted comic books. So that's where I got a lot of my like kind of inspiration from. And then I'm a super big anime nerd. So like a big anime person too.
That makes sense.
So it's like, yeah, comic books are totally my gig. That's why everyone looks like that.
I mean, that's incredible. Honestly,
But you couldn't make this fatty look like a
no,
superhero?
stop. I was just going to say, when I wear your shit, I feel so empowered because, first of all, when this sounds hoity-toity and then that sounds old, but when you're able to wear something custom, it just you feel like, well, this was made for me.
Yeah.
So you feel like powerful in that moment, but then like, just like, when you're wearing something of yours, it doesn't look like anything else. It's so unique. And then when you're on stage doing it, and like when you're traveling around the country to like clubs that aren't in New York City or aren't in LA, and you like pulled this like shimmering garment with your like tits cut out, and like you made this really great Velcro like daisy floral thing where like the petals come off, so I could like love me not strip away. Like it just, people are like, their jaws drop open and they're like, what is even happening? And it's so you feel very powerful.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt powerful on stage, Meatball?
Often. I don't have a BCALLA, but I'm almost rich enough.
Girl, it's just a text message away.
Yeah, but then like it's 2 weeks, and in 2 weeks, I'm not gonna want to wear it. 'Cause I'm just like, that wasn't the design that I thought. And then I was like, oh, I changed it. Anytime I work with somebody, it's literally like, it's a nuisance for them, and I constantly apologize for being crazy because I text them like 3 times a day wanting something changed, like minutely, or like, did we go over this one little section right here? Because I want this like this, and I'm just not fun to work with, so I just make my own stuff.
But that's good. I mean, I feel like I appreciate that, honestly.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I feel like it gets on people's nerves because it's like overly specific.
Well, I mean, I appreciate you making your own stuff.
Oh, thank you.
Well, it's also
I'm done, you bitch.
No, that's not shady. That's not totally not shady. I think it's like, I mean, I obviously got into fashion because I wanted to make things for myself, like,
Yeah.
and that's why I did it. And so I think I really believe in like the DIY culture. In fact, it's not really that hard. You just ram it through a sewing machine.
Yeah.
Not to discredit myself.
The pattern making is the hard part. That's like where math and shit gets involved.
Yeah, and it's just like, but I love the idea. I love the people. I wish more people would sew more because people think it's a really big mystery, and it's not really.
And I think people used to sew a lot more back in the day, because I've been going through vintage clothes and stuff, and I was in one shop and she was like, yeah, the seams, they left a lot of seam allowance so that you could like rip it out and make it custom for yourself, and people just don't do that anymore.
No, totally. It's more
buy
expensive.
their shirt for $7 and throw it away after wearing it 3 times.
Oh yeah, true.
I want to talk about Azalea Banks.
Okay. Did you listen to her Instagram story last night? Because I did.
No, I didn't have an hour, so I didn't have enough time to click through.
I was patterning, so I just let it.
You let it play. It's basically a podcast.
That's what she said. And she said, this is my podcast. At the end of it, she's like, sorry, I've been rambling, but this is my podcast.
Did she film anything, or was it on black? Because
It's
a
like
lot
in
of times
black,
she just,
yeah, I think
oh my
she's
God.
just.
But I feel like
What is holding it down? Or does she just record it and then upload
you
it?
can put it on hands-free and then it just records.
Oh God, what a
And
nightmare.
there are probably so many phone hacks where you could just record a video and then it like bypasses the thing and upload. But she literally, like, you think that's like funny. You're like, at the end of it, she's like, oh yeah, I guess that was my podcast. It's like, it's actually an ingenious way to like put out long form content is via an Instagram story. And you're like, you continue to be a revolutionary somehow. Like somehow she's still inventing new ideas, and you're like,
Quit
well,
giving her credit for shit.
I just mean it's real. Like you can't ignore the fact that she does do a lot of innovative shit.
Yeah, constantly.
Speaking of, you made so many clothes for her over the years.
So many. What's that like?
Yeah, talk to us about it. I mean, because when I first met you, you had done a bunch of stuff for her and you were in Bushwick.
Yeah, I mean, she was really my first client, and I haven't worked with her in a while, but I think that that's a large part of just like where she's at career-wise and that was not meant to sound shady at all.
No.
Like, she's not, she's not really
She's not doing stuff. Right?
Yeah, like, especially when she was working with me, the record label was footing the bill. So, she didn't care. And it was great, and she gave me a lot of freedom. But it wasn't like we worked very closely together or anything like that. It was, she was just like, I need outfits, do it. And I did it. And it was like my first gig, so I was super hungry and able to make all these crazy things that I never, So I just went really insane.
Because they were wild.
Yeah.
How did you start coming up with doing the spikes or adding on the extras, the tongues and all the extra accoutrements?
If you don't know what we're talking about,
go look
on Instagram.
It sounds wild, and some of them are just...
BCALLA on Instagram. It's BCALLA twice.
Yeah.
And you'll get what we're talking about.
Actually, I went to the Natural History Museum in New York, and in the gift shop there was a dinosaur backpack.
Oh.
And I was like, this is really easy and really amazing, and I'm going to use it.
Awesome.
And you do now, you're making bags.
Yeah.
You've been for a little bit.
Yeah.
Backpacks.
I do it. I kind of make whatever I want, which is
I like that. Because you'll just throw stuff up on your Instagram being like, there's more of these in the shop, or the cutout dresses. They're so cunt.
Girl, I don't understand why you're not buying the clothes.
I just feel like I'm too fat.
Look at me.
Yeah.
Look at Lizzo.
That was custom.
He does custom.
I know, but I just explained how difficult I am to work with.
I just don't think you're hip enough. I
I'm
don't think you're cool enough to pull it off.
Yeah, I'm a little old lady.
We just talked about how on the road Meatball patted his body with hotel towels.
I know, I was watching.
Oh my God. It was wild.
I really do. I stalk you a lot, Meatball. I watch you a
literally,
lot.
if I see him downtown, I'll record him on my Instagram story, and I'll be like, diva alert. And I'm like, he either thinks I'm funny or crazy.
No, I think it's funny.
I think funny. So, I mean, because obviously you were always working with queer people, working with drag queens, the VMAs, I feel like that moment propelled you further within the community of drag race girls, which is a different level of drag queen client because they have a little more coin to spend.
Yeah, I mean, it's really weird too, because also that was a while ago now, so Drag Race still wasn't really what it is today.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That would have been right when it was starting to get to where it is today, because that was Violet and Pearl season, which is the first season that social media really had that huge impact in it.
Totally.
Yeah.
And even now, especially with Instagram, we're looking at something that's a totally different beast. When we were looking at the reigning queens before, they were barely at 1 million. Now the girls are hitting 1 million before they
season's
even
even over.
Right.
And 1 million followers doesn't really mean anything anymore. In terms of influencer.
50,000 over there?
I gotta go.
No, but I mean, it's in terms of influencer marketing and that kind of stuff.
Right.
Really, and it's kind of crazy in that context. But yeah, but before that, I was working with Gaga, I was working with Azealia, I was working with other higher level people. So it was actually just kind of doing the same thing, but with less hassle, because there's not so much bureaucracy around it. If you're doing something for Gaga or something, you have to get 15 rounds of sketches approved, and where's the money, and is it coming in 3 months? Is it coming now? Do you have 24 hours? Do you have 24 days? It's crazy.
Yeah. God, it seems like such a stressful job.
I think I remember there was some Gaga project when I stopped by to pick something up, and you were like, "Oh, they just told me they doubled the dancer count. Now I have to do all that." It just seems so hectic.
Yeah. I mean, I don't do a lot of that anymore, thank God. But when I was first starting out, I was working a lot with them, and it was always something like that.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, "Oh, it's blue. Now it's green."
And you're like, "I bought it all already. I'm sewing it already."
Yeah.
But you went on the road with Violet, or occasionally?
I did do a small stint with that, and that was crazy, and it was really crazy to see the other side of Drag Race in that context too, which was
the getting ready portion.
No, I'm at the club until 4 a.m. I get to my hotel room. I have to get out of drag. I get on the plane at 5 a.m. I'm in the next, I'm in drag again. I'm at the next thing. We had a situation in one of the clubs where we literally get out of the car and there's this young trans boy just bawling. He's like, "I came here to see you, and then they won't let me use the men's restroom." because, you know, they've clocked me or whatever. And by us just like, you know, you're like in that situation where you're like, what the fuck do you do? Where there's this person that's like your fan and they're really experiencing some injustice, but the person who's cutting the check is like, you know, like,
right, you're at your job.
You're at your job. You're just walking up to the gig. Like, is this such a bad way to enter the gig where you have to go and meet all these people and be this person? But in the first thing you're confronted with is this like crying trans boy that like can't use the bathroom at your gig, which doesn't even make sense. Like, you know,
right?
Yeah,
you're like politically that doesn't even make sense.
You're like, what gig is this?
So that kind of thing, and like all the pressures that come with that, you know, I definitely saw a lot. Like, I worked some of the conventions with her and like saw people hand over, you know, binders full of handwritten notes about how they haven't committed suicide because of her, and like it's crazy, you know, that kind of that level of fandom.
Yeah, that's wild.
There's like
I see that at DragCon a lot, like 12-year-old girls like crying into the laps of these drag queens who are just like, I did not sign up for this part of this. Like,
right.
You sign up to be like, maybe just like a public figure, and if you touch a few lives along the way, you're good. But like, you didn't sign up to be their therapist, and their first meeting you is like a therapy session.
Yeah.
Like, I watched Aquaria like nicely pat someone and being like, you're crying on my dress. Like, it was not good.
No, yeah, it's like, I mean, I'm glad that, you know, it's so nice to have those role models for those kids, but it's a lot for someone to handle.
I don't like kids.
I don't like kids.
I don't fucking like kids.
Wait, you recently told me a story about that you were called in to style Grace Jones.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
See, I bring the research, Meatball.
Ooh-wee.
Can you tell us about that a little bit?
Yeah, a friend who's a stylist had a gig that he couldn't do because he was in New York, not LA. And it was like, basically what had happened was they'd booked Grace Jones for the cover of this magazine, and Saint Laurent was sponsoring the cover. But the celebrity liaison between Saint Laurent and Grace Jones didn't want to wait for Grace Jones anymore because she was 6 hours late to set. As Grace Jones does. Yeah, like anyone who knows anything about Grace Jones is like, oh, yeah, duh.
Tell her it's going to be the day before.
Yeah. So he left. And so I went to this guy's house in the Hollywood Hills, and he had all this crazy art of Divine because he was Divine's best friend. So there was all this Antonio Lopez art and like Francis Bacon paintings around.
Oh my God.
It was really crazy.
That's insane.
And then waited for another like 4 hours for Grace Jones to show up. And then she showed up and it was amazing. And
I bet she's a fucking icon and legend, and who cares if she's late?
I remember you saying that like you got the call and they were like, our liaison is leaving right now. You've got to come and take over. And you're like, sure, yeah, I'll be there. And then you like went 2 hours later because you were like, I know she's still not going to be there.
Yeah, everyone was really mad at the shoot too. Everyone was like, I mean, she was famous in the 80s. How can she be doing this now? And it's like,
because she was famous in the 80s. You just fucking
You're
said it.
Yeah,
she was insanely famous in the 80s, which just makes her an icon, so she's still famous.
Yeah, also like we're at a fashion shoot and fashion is still referencing her. Like, I don't like there's no like
constantly.
Jesus. Yeah, and this was a few months ago, and then we've all seen the like more recent footage of her at that Tommy Hilfiger show just being like,
I haven't seen.
You haven't
in the
seen?
gold leotard.
She's just like out dancing on the stage, like she like finished the show,
Yeah,
and everyone's like, this woman is in her 70s. What is her secret?
And she's in heels, just like kitty-catting around, doing it sideways. The music ended.
Doing it sideways.
Well, she was going this way, and then the music ends, and she kind of like, well, bring it back on. I got to get to the other end of this runway.
No, totally. She was amazing. She was definitely that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
What do you feel like LA versus Brooklyn?
In terms of what?
I don't know, your
Just
life.
like your
have you
lifestyle.
even been here for a year?
Yeah, I just celebrated my year, but LA is weird, and I feel like I have a really weird relationship with it because I don't drive. And because I work in fashion, I'm pretty much in downtown all the time.
Right.
So that's like what I know about LA.
For people who don't know, in LA, like downtown is the fabric and fashion district and accessories and everything.
Yeah, and it's everything. And I live right downtown, so I can walk to I walk my grocery store and all of that. So a lot of that like Runyon Canyon type situation is like not.
Are you familiar?
I'm familiar with that because I used to live in Burbank. And then I'm going to fully agree with you that when I moved downtown, I like just stopped using my car really, unless I'm like driving out somewhere like far. But for the most part, everything is right here that I need. So I never leave this area.
It feels like I live in Manhattan, just in like with Brooklyn prices.
Interesting.
Which I probably should not be saying that out loud.
Yeah, why did you just snitch? That was the one thing we had.
Which is
cheap rent.
Which is so funny because I like even just this morning after I parked and I was walking over here, I was like, ew, why do people come down here? When like LA has so many other sort of like chiller, less urine smelling streets, you know, because
it rained this morning and all I could think was, thank God my like sidewalk isn't going to smell like piss for at least a day.
That's definitely the one thing that like, I mean, the crazies out here are.
Well, I used to live on Skid Row.
I know.
Oh.
He told me and because my studio is right adjacent. Like I'm basically kissing Skid Row.
Oh, I was making out. I was tonguing Skid Row.
But it's
you like wouldn't go out your front door.
No, I was not a safe place to live. I just had so much space, and then we moved into a smaller unit, and then I was like, ugh, it's time to go.
Yeah, that's
how you feel about Skid Row, baby.
It's crazy, but I mean, really, there are some really good looks.
They do turn.
Really good looks.
Really?
Yeah. I have seen some really amazing looks.
I've seen a couple of my old wigs go by, too.
Stop. Because you got rid of them by just throwing them out the window. You're so
It
horrible.
sounds terrible, but I could throw a shirt out and it could get caught before it hit the ground.
That's what I mean, I've done that for sure.
So what do you mean, like innovation when it comes to the looks?
Yeah, I mean, it's totally not politically correct to even but it's so.
But you see fashion everywhere in the world, so you're walking along Skid Row and you look and you see.
It's like it's somewhere in between, what they like and what is like utilitarian.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason why it's so cool is because, and then there's like no sense of like. I mean, they've obviously don't have their minds about them, so there's no sense of grounding. And there's like two different shoes. It'll be a tent made out of like a Cinderella costume. Like you just don't know. I saw one lady who was wearing a quinceañera gown and had taken all these diamond earrings, and woven them all throughout her hair. And
I love it.
And you were like, that's my next show.
It's just like, it's crazy. Like the silhouettes are insane. A lot of the clothes are in like mid deterioration. So that's really cool because you can't you just can't make that shit.
It's just such like a window into your mind that like, it's cool that you can like see that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, well, it's like devastatingly sad.
Of course.
But it is like.
Yeah, I find that interesting.
That is really interesting. Maybe that's where I get some of my looks.
No.
I did make an outfit out of blankets.
Though I will tell you a story. I have a good story.
Okay.
So the other night we went to go to the Egyptian theater, my partner and I, to go see a movie, and we took the train back, and we're on the train, and all of a sudden this ragged Skid Row drag queen comes on, big fake boobs, big fake ass. She's already in a mood. She's like, don't fuck with me. I'm a 90s queen, totally on it.
Me.
Right? We go to the next stop. She gets off, and some guy starts to say something to her. I don't really see what else. So she reaches into her boobs and pulls out a knife. She's like, don't fuck with me. I'm a 90s queen. And the guy, I guess, apparently still pushed it. She goes, oh, you really want to fuck with me? So she throws her knife down, reaches into her padding, and pulls out a gun.
Towels, padding, and a gun. That's what I need.
Oh my God.
The train doors close. Because
they were out on the platform?
Yeah, we go out of the station and she's like waving the gun. Like.
Oh my gosh. The train in LA, when I first moved here, I took the train. And the train in LA is so interesting because it's like at a certain hour, it becomes tourists and people who live on the train, like people who find a way to sleep on the train overnight. But other than that, like, in New York, it's like a great sort of equalizer. Everyone uses it. I mean, we've talked about this before, but it's the train in LA is like so fascinating.
It's something, that's for sure.
I want to talk about, because when I think of you, because you and I also, like sometimes you'll give me stuff after you make it and be like, well, it fits me, so I know it fits you. You know, like sort of similar in size. And we often sometimes talk about like, you know, bears being bears.
Being bears,
chubby,
diva.
hairy people. But when I think of you, I think of you as like cool, hip, fashion, art, queer, that label much more than like a bear identity. What is your like, where do you fall in that world?
Done pop.
Yeah, I'm like, actually, no, I think because I knew this question was coming, so I was waiting for it.
Oh, no, she did research.
It's not always coming, but yeah, sure.
I mean, I was always kind of awkward about my body until one of my first boyfriends was like not only into bears but also into like gainer fear, that whole situation. So I could literally like take my belly and like shake it and he would get rock hard. And I was like, okay, well, like this, and obviously this isn't that bad. If like I can make somebody who I find desirable so obviously stimulating.
Yeah.
Right.
And that gave me a lot of confidence moving forward. And I don't necessarily have a set type. I'm not part of the bear community per se.
Yeah.
But most of the men that I sleep with love bears, you know? So it's like I'm reaping the benefits.
I love that.
I do love that. Yeah, because I feel like I don't really identify as a bear.
Yeah.
I just identify as like, oh God, it's Meatball. Like that's what.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But what about your other self, your non-performative self?
I guess I'm technically a bear, and I've like gone to bear events, but I still don't think about myself like that because in my mind I'm like petite and white.
I think I also think it's like such an evolution. Like we had a friend of ours we interviewed a long time ago, a drag queen named Cabrina Barely.
Oh.
And Cabrina's from a small town in Indiana.
Yeah,
and
Midwest.
has a full on like bear claw tattoo, and then moved to LA. And now he's like, I want to like put a wig on that or do something. But he said when he found his bear community, he felt more connected and accepted and home than he had anywhere else in his life. And I think it's really interesting because, you know, it's this conversation about like coastal cities and cultural hubs and that kind of thing. And there's a lot of places where you know, there's 3 bars in town, and if there's a bear night and you go there and you have that similar experience like you just talked about, like shake your belly at someone and then you're like, well, I guess I belong here, you know? And if you're from a place or in a place where there are 3 categories to choose from, and not, you know, in LA, there's 300 categories to choose from, and you can continue to define your own. I find it really interesting, and I use the term bear all the time because it's easier for people to like latch on to a label of something that I do, and it helps people book me. They go, oh, we can bring. I'm literally just in talks to book something called a Bleather Weekend, which is a bear leather weekend.
No, that sounds like pleather. It sounds too close.
And I'm excited to go there, but they were just like, oh, you make sense for this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because like that label, but it, you know, it continues to like evolve and change and morph. And
yeah, I mean, I think it's weird, especially because living in New York, or living in Brooklyn, I should say, there weren't as many, I don't feel there were as many hang-ups, and that kind of...
I'm going to agree with that 100%.
You
Because
know,
whenever I'm there, it doesn't feel like the Rosemont is like a bear bar and this bar is that bar. And it just feels like everyone's going to every single bar.
Yeah, and I feel like also in the Brooklyn gay community, I should say, it's like more about attitude than it is about body.
Yeah.
And here it's so much about body. It's like, you know, in Brooklyn you can be hot just because you're successful, because you're funny, because you dress well.
Yeah.
That you don't have to have, you know, this like physique that's so determined here. And I've even here in LA, I find that being called a bear isn't really it's a muscle bear. It's not.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's not an actual bear.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're a daddy, or you know, you're not really.
I'm trying to find where the chub's at.
they're on what was that app
Growler?
that Brad told us about? Gromer.
Gromer.
Oh yeah, Gromer. That's the one.
That's the one.
That's the
Okay.
thing. Why do we keep plugging them? Okay, we need to go to a break.
Speaking of, oh yeah, let's go to a break, and then we'll come back.
Okay.
Gromer.
Okay, so we're back from our break.
I've
And
decided that I will have something made by you. So there you have it.
well, we'll check her schedule.
Okay. Oh, that's how this works.
She's booked.
Oh, right.
Booked and busy.
Okay. What a break.
So now we're going to go into our segment called Food Break. And we brought some food to have a break. What'd you bring, Meats?
I brought. Oh, it's just loose in this bag. I brought fried chicken. It's just loose in here.
Wait, where is it from?
Around the corner, so it's fresh. It's still even warm.
And it's loose in a bag?
It's from Astro Fried Chicken and Donuts.
Oh,
So-
there's a fried chicken and donuts place around the corner?
Around the corner from here. Yeah, this is like the one street with like actually really good food on it.
God.
Yeah.
Well, whip it out. Let's see.
Okay, I gotta. Will you go get the napkins while I like make this bag a plate?
Did you say that thinking there's like a napkin area?
There's napkins over there.
Wait, Brad, do you eat meat?
Yeah.
Okay. Just curious. How is
it's
it?
salty. Oh, it's actually okay. I mean, it's no Gus's.
You love Gus's.
Where's Gus's? I haven't had any fried chicken in LA since I've been here.
Well, don't go to Red Hots or whatever. That one's really, really bad. Gus's is like all the way over on Crenshaw, but it's so good. There's also one in Burbank. But it's like my favorite, and it's a Nashville hot chicken. And I love a Nashville hot chicken. Do you
I'm
like fried
into
chicken?
this fried
Or are
chicken.
you just like eating it because it's here?
No, I like fried chicken. Popeyes. I was a big Popeyes fan in Brooklyn.
Oh, right. They're everywhere in Brooklyn.
Yeah. And it's so cheap for like so much food.
Yeah.
$7 or something.
You ate Popeyes for a while out here, right?
Yeah, that's like all the chicken I could find out here that had any seasoning on it.
I was really into Popeyes, and then I saw a news story of a lady who found a fully fried rat in her Popeyes order.
No, why would you say that?
That's psychotic. A full fried rat.
You know, this is just like
fried
an
rat.
appetizer. I feel like I'm gonna eat a whole chicken later.
I'm like, you wet my whistle and I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I was like,
but I'm also
go.
like, where are the biscuits and the gravy and the mac and cheese? I'm not saying you should have brought
It's
that.
snack time.
I'm just saying that
It's food break,
It's
not
just
a
a
full
quick
meal
food
break,
break.
diva.
Okay. So while we're
Who's
eating
the biggest
this,
diva you've ever worked with?
yes, let's hear that.
Violet Chachki.
You think?
Isn't that your roommate? Can I say that?
Well, she was my roommate.
Oh, okay.
Not anymore. But
Were you excited to see her at the Met Ball?
Yeah, of course. I love
That
her.
was incredible.
We were supposed to live together here, but we had a whole like situation with a landlord that tried to scam us, and it was like a whole.
I
deal.
feel like people out in LA stay trying to scam people. Like, I don't get it. I went to like so many different, when I was apartment hunting out here, that was the same thing that was happening. Or like I'd get to a building and they'd be like, well, that unit's not available anymore, but we can show you these 3 other ones. And I'm like, well, these aren't what I asked for at all. So I drove all the way out here for nothing.
Oh, got it. The old bait and switch.
Yeah.
I heard
But
that.
I didn't get baited. You know what I mean?
You mean masturbated? Speaking of,
It's time for our next section.
we gotta work on these transitions. from
We're
saying-
new to this.
Okay,
Fuck talk.
fuck talk. This is what we're gonna talk
This
about.
is where we talk about any weird sexual experience that you've had, funny and or sad. We haven't had any tears yet. Oh no, we cried when I almost got raped. No, I was raped. Anyway, go on.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Follow up with that. Yeah.
Follow up with that. I have grease dripping down my
It
chin.
is a greasy chicken.
Anything that stands out? Any sort of fun go-to? You're like, and then he pulled his dick out and he had a charm bracelet on it. That's a sickening accessory, though.
That is, yeah.
Like a
is
cock
sickening.
ring, but it has charms on it.
Ooh.
I've done that.
What?
Yeah.
Do you like wearing a cock ring? I don't think it does
No.
anything.
No, I don't really like wearing a cock ring. I don't really, yeah. They get in the
Wait,
way a lot.
what about the charm bracelet?
I did, Prince Albert. Like one of my campaigns for Twitter was like a
Oh, yeah.
Prince Albert with a, BCALLA charm.
That's incredible.
I love that.
Give me half your napkin. I got all this grease on my hands. This is hard to talk with while you eat fried chicken.
Fried chicken's hard because your hands are involved.
Yeah. Anyways, great job on the food break.
Thank you. Knocked it out of the park.
I was. I can go first.
Yeah, go first.
this
After
moment.
Meatball threw me off a little bit. I'm
With the
sorry.
rape story?
Yeah.
Which
Sorry.
we discovered
it-
while interviewing someone. We were like, oh yeah,
And then I just started crying.
it was really intense, but a learning moment for everyone.
For everyone. My therapist really helped me through that one.
Did they listen to the show?
No.
Okay. It's getting real low. You keep bringing it down here. We blame you again. We're like, look what you've done to our conversation. Okay, so what I had an interesting experience the other night. I always find it really interesting. I don't know if it's fucked up on my own, like in my own psyche, but I always feel like I have a lot of like separation that I like, especially with like casual, more anonymous sex, where I'm like, you don't need to know what I do.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to you about my feelings.
And so I always find it so funny when you see those people out in real life, because part of it is like playing into this fantasy of like, oh, you just like have some apartment somewhere and we just happen to connect. But it's like, oh, we happen to connect on a bear fuck app. So it's like clearly you're like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And so like on Saturday night I was out at Barracuda, and like this guy whose dick I suck, who's like 3 months in LA, fresh from Venezuela, who's like, I used to be married to a woman. I'm gay
so
now.
You know that dick works.
And you know, just this whole thing. Well, I didn't say he had kids.
Oh.
And he's like, and I like bears, and I'm learning about being here, and blah, 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 all this stuff. And then he was like at Barracuda, and I'm like, oh, girl, you're like right in the mix.
Yeah.
But like I had this sort of like other idea, and that really like, I don't know why it's fucked up, but it like catches me off guard.
I mean, I do a similar thing where every time I say it's my first time.
No!
Well, that's basically what he's doing by doing that. He's just like, I'm learning about the bear scene. Please teach me.
I also think I might be like pushing that like narrative in my brain.
But if that's like what's in their profile, then that's the narrative they want you to like play
His
into.
profile is just like, look
Broken
at my
English.
He has a pumped ass.
Oh, yeah.
Which is
LA. Welcome to LA.
Yeah.
Everyone is pumped in.
But I was like touching his ass, and I was like, this feels like two watermelons, like up on some stilts, like just like back here, like who's holding this up? And then it was sitting like the fat distribute. It's like sitting so high, like the shelf, and I was like,
oh God,
I was like, what is this? And he was like, oh yeah. He goes, his English isn't great, and he just said like, I do shots here, and I was like, okay. You better pump it up.
Have you seen that documentary, Miss Venezuela?
No.
It's on Netflix. They talk about how Venezuela, it's like they have produced the most Miss Universes out of any country. So like beauty pageants are like the most important thing of Venezuela. And
Wow.
like the cosmetic industry and the cosmetic surgery industry is like huge there. So a lot of people have...
fake faces.
That free floating cone just sitting in their booty.
That is so bad for you, I thought, right? Doesn't it like move around? Oh, whatever. I get Botox.
What about you, man? That wasn't really a sex story. That was more of like a narrative about
Yeah, but
a
I think
sexual
that we're
experience.
growing, and we've only had so much sex
That I want to talk
that
about.
I want to tell people about.
Girl.
Well, okay. We were talking about cock rings, and it just reminded me of like the first time I ever tried using one when I was like a young, naive woman. And
I truly had no idea what it was or what it was for when people talked about a cock ring. I was like, how? What would you do?
Yeah.
The first time I put one on, I literally just like slid it over
just
my dick.
the
And I
shaft.
was like, I guess it
lives
decorative?
here.
I didn't get it. And then I was like,
Well, I mean, some of them do sit like that, but some of them do
No,
like
they don't.
Yeah, they have some that are just like a ring for just your just your penis. They have ones that go around everything. They have the ones that separate your dick and your balls. There's too much going on.
how about the one the other night in the dressing room that was like, it looked like it was like a metal and heavy, and it looked like, you know, those like bougie things where you like put the wine in them so they wine's at like a 45-degree angle to like aerate it, but it's like metal and it has a circle opening in it. This is what this cock ring looked like,
And it was
I
metal,
was like,
and he dropped it. It hit the floor, and everyone in the room turned around to look
was
at
like,
what it was because it was
ding, ding,
so
ding, ding, ding.
loud. And it was like, oh, it's just my cock ring, and everyone was just like, ugh.
but so what it does
It's
is
rusty.
it you feed everything through it,
And then you get hard.
and the like flat portion that kind of has a point on it just like presses against your taint.
Oh, okay.
So it like it's like heavy, and it has a hole on one end, and then the rest of it just sort of applies pressure so that it's like keeping you like hello the whole time.
Well, I used to work in a sex store, and I had a customer once call me, and they're like, "Hey, we bought one of your metal cock rings, and it made me bleed. Can I return it?"
Oh my! People at sex and what
It's
they
a
say and do in a
hard
sex store is so wild.
I was like, babe, like, absolutely not. What are you talking about?
That was like the story where the guy bought a dildo and then got it stuck up his ass and came back into the store and was like, "Do you know how to get this out of me?"
Oh yeah, with Nabor at Love Train.
Nabor was just like, "Go to a hospital."
Like what? I'm not here for that.
Oh my god.
What were you gonna say about cock rings?
Oh, well, my story kind of, there was this, I was back in New York, back in the good old days. It was the first time I used a cock ring and didn't know what it was as well. So I was at Pieces.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we've heard of it.
Is this still around?
Yes, it's still around. Candy Muse still does shows there.
Your savior, Candy
I fucking am
Muse.
obsessed with Candy Muse.
What's the grease?
What is the grease?
Did you see the one of her just like reading her mom the other day in the car? Her mom hates that she does drag, and she's just like, "You're mad, and you gotta stay mad, mama." I was like, okay.
I feel like you and Candy should have like
A show? Yeah, that would be stunning. So I was at Pieces. I met this very muscly, like, big guy, and I'd never been with someone who was like that big and muscly and like such a daddy. And so I like snuck off with him so my friends wouldn't see because I felt like they would judge me if I was sleeping with an older gentleman.
Like you do me every time.
Okay, but he was not 75,
Okay.
Diva.
Diva. Grace Jones, 75.
And I wouldn't fuck her.
75 can be hot. I will back you up on this. I will totally back you up.
No. 75 can be hot. Not the 75-year-olds that he's picking, though,
Okay.
Diva. Anyway, let's not get into this.
Keep talking.
I'm not
I'm
an
gonna eat more
ageist.
chicken.
So we go back to his apartment. And I think I just got like super nervous because he was like, in my mind, he was like so hot. He looked like the epitome of like a fit porn star.
Right.
Like, and so I couldn't get it up. And he was like, "Hold on, we'll just get you a cock ring." And I put it on and it was like too small. And it wasn't like, I wasn't getting hard. It was just like starting to get like purple, like cold.
Oh.
And I was like, I don't think this is working. And he was like just trying to like blow me with it on. And then he was like, "Have you ever had your ass eaten?" And it was like the first time that this was going to happen too. And I was like, "No." And then he was just, doing the Lord's work.
Girl, that
I was
sounds like a big night for you.
It was a huge night for me. And then I just started to get very, very, very violently uncomfortable with like everything that was happening because it was like cock ring on, getting my ass eaten in a stranger's house. I slowly started to sober up and I was like, I gotta go. So you know me, I just like kind of toot a little, pop up, and I'm like, I have to leave.
Toot? You farted in his face so you could leave?
Yeah.
That's
But it was like, it's more that like I had been holding it in for so long and didn't know what to do with it. Because when you're on your hands and knees and your ass is up, that's the prime time, baby.
Your body's like, fart.
Let's do it. Let's fucking fart.
Let's
But
admit
this guy's
gas.
tongue was in my mouth and I was just like so relaxed. And then it was...
Oh my God. So, and what was his reaction when you farted in his face?
Did you just fart in my mouth?
And you were like,
I was
I gotta go.
I'm so sorry. It was my first time. I think I should just go.
You stole his cock ring?
I left with a cock ring. And
With
then he
it?
messaged me because he knew, I guess, one of the bartenders who knew me, and he like messaged me for it back. And it was like basically like one of those rubber band things that you wore like when you were in
Livestrong?
Yeah, it was like one of those.
Livestrong
And I was like, he can just not get it back.
Because you fell in love with it.
No, I still don't wear cock rings. I hate them. Have you seen the ones? Okay, it's like a leather strap, and you put it on your balls, and it just tugs your balls.
Yeah.
Wild. Have you seen the ones made out of metal?
Yeah.
Those are like weighted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen like the chastity cock rings that are like
Oh yeah, that you
cages
can't.
and rings?
Yeah, and then if you get hard in it, it like
You're not
just
supposed
presses
to.
up against it.
But guys, like, let's talk about sounding.
Yeah.
Oh
We're going into that.
I saw a video of a guy sounding, and then like someone tried to blow him with the thing in, and it like shot out at him.
Are you into sounding? Do you have like a...
What's
we're
the
good.
weirdest thing you're into?
I don't really have anything that's that weird, especially considering like some of the things that I've encountered.
Yeah.
Like I really like the aesthetics of puppy play, but I'm not into puppy play.
Same.
I'm so excited for someone to elevate that aesthetic.
Yes.
Well, that's like then you get into furry, right?
Right. But
Which
I
I
just
also
mean...
love, but I'm not like into yiffing or any of that. Like,
I just mean like there's like
Yiffing.
the puppy masks and like the paws and the whole thing.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of... There's like
that's what they call it when they...
when the furries get together.
Yeah, it's called yiffing.
Yiffing is what furries fucking is called?
Yeah.
All right.
But you know what I mean? Like, I feel like there could be like a very like sort of sleek and interesting, like higher fashion, elevated aesthetic of what the puppy paraphernalia is.
No, totally.
But I also know that like there are a couple brands who like make that like leather or that make the like latex rubber stuff and they just like churn it out and it's like
That's kind of their only option
Well, have
unless
you
they
seen
can
like
make
the
it themselves.
rubber masks too? They do the really realistic ones and stuff.
of humans or of dogs.
Of dogs.
Yes.
Rough Trade has like a pug and a German
The
Shepherd.
human ones are wild too.
Yeah.
The full mask.
I want to paint my face
I
on
love
one of
that,
those so
too.
bad.
You should do a whole show where everyone is in one of those masks and
Oh,
you're
no,
like,
trust me, it's on the mood board. Always on the mood board.
Always
I was
on the
like,
mood
when
board.
I did the porn, I was researching a lot of like crazy fetish stuff, and I found this video that I can never find again. But it's literally this woman who's a dominatrix, and she's tying this guy up in like full inflatable rubber gear, you know, like head to toe, onto an inflatable rubber tire, and they're like in a kind of a scenic scene in a lake. It's like nothing, you know, no cars or anything, and she just pushes him out into the lake. And he's like tied to this rubber dinghy, and he's just kind of like flailing a little bit, but there's
my God.
no one around. It's just nature. It's so major. It's so amazing.
yeah. So we should mention this that Brad produced. It was a BCALLA and Cocky Boys collaborative porn that was also like a fashion presentation.
Yeah.
And you did all the looks for it, and
Yes.
it's so fucking cool. It's like art directed, but they're really fucking. It's like sex, it's porn, it's fashion, it's everything. It's amazing. Does it have a title?
It was part of Colby's Does America.
Oh, it was his New York? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Colby Keller was in it. And that fucking...
Before he like went off the deep end.
right, of course.
Oh, I was like, ooh. I don't
And, you had that really amazing pink jacket with like the bouncing mouth.
Yeah.
It's so sick. So if you're over 18 and you like to look at pornos, go find the Cocky Boys BCALLA collaborative Colby Keller Does New York.
Yeah, I'm going to go watch it right
sickening.
now. Can I watch porn on your Wi-Fi?
Yes. So we want to thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we said already, people can find you on Instagram at BCALLA.
Yes.
And you have a web store where people can buy shirts and garments and
those
everything.
fringe shorts?
Yes.
Ugh, I love those.
Those fringe shorts, and you can order custom for me if you have the budget.
Yes, honey.
I'm logging in right now.
Come with the correct budget.
I'm doing a panel at DragCon.
This will be out after that.
After that,
what?
so
Shit,
how
what?
was your sickening panel at DragCon?
It was really sickening.
I love that.
So is mine.
Oh yeah. Well,
What panel did you do?
I did Comedy Queens with Nina West and
Oh, yes.
Devin Green and
just call her Nina Breast the whole time.
Nina Breast.
Okay, well, we've done it. Thanks so much for listening to Sloppy Seconds. You can follow us on Instagram at SloppyPod, or you can send us an email being rude to Meatball or sending pictures of your silicone dicks flopping around.
Are we still doing that?
I guess that would be video. I want to get you a silicone dick.
I really want to. Have
Live
you
in
seen one of these
studio.
silicone dicks?
Yeah.
Okay, I want one for
Here.
real here in the studio. I want to play with it.
And we'll talk about it too. It won't
Is
just
that okay?
be.
We
Yes.
might have to record somewhere
I mean, I
else.
feel like you
okay.
can find that, can't you? They're pretty plentiful.
I
We've been
think
trying.
the issue is that a lot of them don't want to be like objectified like that because
No, but that's the point.
also that's the point.
The point of
why
pumping
when
it
I
is for
ask
people
to
to-
see this giant thing that's in your pants.
I think we're just
do
not
you get all
asking the
shy?
right people.
Well, then don't do it. If I don't. if I
Okay,
can
well
see
then,
it.
I mean, do you want me to try to do it or not?
Yeah, I would like to see your pump
Okay.
dicks.
I mean, I would too, so you can send me those.
You're close by.
So you can email us at sloppysecondspod@gmail.com. I'm Big Dipper Jelly on Instagram.
And I'm at Spiciest Meatball on Instagram.
And make sure to subscribe to our podcast. This is our new podcast. We're very excited to have you subscribe to it.
Subscribe to it. Do-do-do-do-do.
Bye.
Forever. Sloppy Seconds with Big Dipper and Meatball is a Forever Dog podcast.
Executive produced by Joe Cilio, Brett Boehm, and Alex Ramsey.
Mixed and mastered by Alex Sarche.
Our logo art is by Christian Cimarroni.
And our theme song was written by Mike Malarkey.